You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying about, the artist always pays the price. Because, see, in my opinion, I'm like this. See, at the time, and I heard Paul and Juicy do an interview, they were saying, we was young back then ourselves. Half of that shit we was doing, today we wouldn't do it. Which makes sense. But I'm saying that to say, when you run a business, let's say you don't have a record label. Let's say you have a cooking business or something. Whatever it is, whatever type of you would want to compare it to. Say you ran the business, but this is the fact of the matter. Most people who own the business never maintenance the business. That's why I brought up the situation with Jacob in the Bible, because the owner he was not maintaining his own land. That's why he had to trick Jacob. I gotta keep Jacob working for me. One of the best things you could do when you have employees is to let them know they are special. People always say the customer is always right. You do that to keep business coming. You say the customer is always right because you want the customer to continue spending money. Okay, what about the guys who keep your business going? Because without them, you're not going to have no customers. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like more integrity should be put on the name of artists. Let these people know they worth something. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the worst things that happened, I love Michael Jackson, but I got a big problem with how he bought everybody's publishing and shit, listening to Paul McCartney. And a lot of these artists, to be honest, Mike was owning their publishing. They was dead in the ground and their families was in debt.
Oh,
but you going around, you see what I'm saying? But you're going around, you're giving money to Africa, you're giving money to all these shelters and these organizations and these foundations. How about going to some of these artists who publishing you own and giving their family some money? Artist dead in the damn ground, gave his life, heart, and soul working for this record company. He died. Y'all sell the publishing to a motherfucker like Mike or Paul McCartney. And they don't go back and look out for these people's families. We heard one scenario where they said he owned Little Richard shit, but he gave Little Richard this shit. That's one nigga. One dude. You know what I'm saying? Well, what about all these other artists who shit you own? And and again, I'm not even talking about the recent catalog, because I was hearing he owned some of Eminem shit and a lot of big artists who was on Sony, but he owned a lot of legendary shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that Beatles catalog. But not only was it the Beatles, he owned a lot of artists' catalog from that era. And a lot of those artists were dead, man. They are dead.
And,
he was dead before.
And some alive, too. And some alive. I heard he owns actually some Beyonce's.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, yep. So, I mean, I feel like, man, if anything, for example, we brought up the job shit. You work a job for X years, you get something what they call a pension. Some people get a retirement fund. This is one of the only lines of work you just get old and they just throw you away and go to the next young motherfucker. That's part of why after I left 3-6, I said, if I'm going to continue to do this, I got to own the music. Something happened to me, my kids going to own this. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I make, whether it be millions or just a few dollars here and there, they'll get, because it's a bad feeling. Most artists, let me tell you something, bro. Almost every artist who are serious about doing this as a career, they get into this and say, I'm going to feed my family. I'm going to feed my family. Not only am I going to feed my family, I'm going to take care of my mom. I'm going to buy, different things for different people. And some of us never even get to do that shit because every time we cut a record, we find ourselves still in the hole. They say we're in the hole, but we really breaking the hole. You putting us in the hole because you making it expensive. So long as you make your money back, you put me back to work. And that's part of what makes this business go around, you know. And it should be more integrity put into the workers, you know.
You know,